Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. Um, I do a lot of videos on UFOs and unexplained phenomena, things like that. Because last year, the U.S. Navy announced that they got some really good gun camera footage off of some aircraft off the carrier Nimitz, and they announced that these photos were genuine, they're real. So the Navy got real UFO footage. So they've announced that UFOs are real. Now, I've been going back and looking at some older UFO cases and some unexplained phenomena. I did Baalbek, Lebanon. I did Göbekli Tepe. I did the Antikythera mechanism. A few things like that. Now this is a weird one. This is this is something new. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I have been for years. Really great programming. The later ones not so much, but when Gene Roddenberry up to Voyager and Enterprise was good. After that, not so much. But before that, they were brilliant. There was an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation called Relics, and it had a guest star, my absolute favorite Star Trek character, Scotty, played by James Doohan. And the plot revolved around what's called a Dyson sphere. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's completely understandable. A Dyson sphere, there was a man named, a physicist named Freeman Dyson. And he postulated a theory that if you could build a big structure all the way around a star, the inside of that you could use, that they could harness the power of that star and they could have unlimited energy. Okay. It's a basic simple concept, but think of the engineering that you'd have to build one of those. I mean, to literally encompass a star system. You see. So it's got to be huge. You know what I'm saying? Imagine our star and all of the planets out here, and you want to encompass all of that inside this Dyson sphere. That would be phenomenal. Now, keep that in mind. Currently, scientists and astronomers, with the help of citizen astronomers, have discovered what may be just such an anomaly. There's a star out there called KIC 8462852, and it's about 1,500 light years away from us. And our scientists have been watching it with some of these long-range telescopes and things, and we've been keeping it under constant observation. And the idea is we're looking for what are called exoplanets, planets around other stars, because our sun is a star, we have planets around it, that's our star system. You see other stars out there, planets orbiting them, that's a star system. Okay, we're looking for other planets that may contain life. And they have an area that we're looking in called the Goldilocks zone. And what that is, it's far enough so that it's not too hot, but it's close enough so it's not too cold. It's just right. The Goldilocks zone. Now, the way they try to find these is they're looking at this star and they're measuring the light that reaches us. And every once in a while, if a planet is orbiting the star, eventually it'll pass between the sun and our telescope, and there will be a little dip in light, usually about 1%, I should say. And so that's how we find stars. Well, at this particular star, KIC 8462852, something keeps passing in front of this star. And it's big. This thing is huge. A planet drops the light by about 1% maximum. Okay? And usually for a few hours. This object drops the light by 15 to 22%. And it lasts for between 1 and 100 days. So this thing is massive. It's huge. They've ruled out asteroids, rogue planets, that kind of thing, because this thing is just too big. It's 1,000 times the size of Earth. Okay? If that was the Earth doing it, a planet the size of the Earth doing it, it would dip in about 1%. This thing is 1,000 times the size of the planet Earth. It's huge. Scientists are baffled. They actually wrote an article, and the funny part is they titled it, "Where's the Flux?" It's an acronym for WTF. They're baffled. They have no idea what this is. Now, here's the thing. Civilizations are rated on a scale by how they process energy. For example, a type 0, which is what we are, we use fossil fuels for energy and, gas and petroleum and like that. A type 1 would be something like Buck Rogers, maybe Star Wars, because they use energy reactors a lot like us and fuel, but they're mainly interplanetary space. They may go a little faster than light. That may be a type 2 if it's Star Wars, I don't know, something along those lines. But something that could harness a star, which is what this would have to be, is much higher on that scale. So if this is an alien object, these aliens are much more advanced than we are to build something like that. They would have to be able to harness the power of a star, like a Dyson sphere. Now, obviously this thing doesn't encompass the star, but, it's along those lines. Same basic concept. So it is possible at a nearby star, we have some alien friends out there. And I say friends because I hope they are. But anyway, do some research. Check that out. It's an interesting thing because they have an anomaly out there they can't identify. They know it's probably not natural. So if it's not natural, what is it? You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.